Tonight is Democrat Congressman Adam Smith of Washington State. He is the top Democrat on the House Armed Services Committee. Congressman Smith, it sure sounds like at 9 o'clock tomorrow night, we're going to hear the President of the United States explain why he's leaving Iraq and probably leaving out a bunch of the objectives that he's mentioned along the way.
Yeah. No,
I think I said Iraq. I mean Iran.
You meant Iran, yeah. No, it's a very disturbing moment because he decides to stop, and we're not actually in Iran, of course, we're bombing Iran. So what he really means to say is we're going to stop bombing Iran. And maybe he says that, but then where are we? We are worse off than when we started, and that's not even counting the costs of this war. The 13 service members killed, the hundreds wounded, the thousands of civilians killed, the impact on the global economy, one more severe fracture to our alliance, as we saw NATO country after NATO country, abandoning Trump's war today. So I don't know what he's going to say. Now, as you know, I mean, gosh, you've seen throughout this war, up, down, all over, sideways. You did a great job of summarizing that. But it sure seems like he's going to admit what all of us knew from the start, which was there was no point in starting this in the first place, and he's stopping it now.
He kept saying from the start, he said he could open the Strait of Hormuz immediately. He first challenged tankers and other ships just to go through, just to be brave and go through. Right. Of course, that was an insane suggestion that no one took. And now he's just giving up, saying, in effect, he said repeatedly today, we can't do it. In effect.
The other thing he said today, which was interesting, is he said, look, we're not that dependent upon the Strait of Hormuz. Other countries are dependent on it. You want your oil, you go get your oil. You didn't help us, we're not going to help you. It's like what those countries would say, hey, we had our oil before you came in and started blowing things up across the Middle East and shut it down. So maybe don't do that, and that will get us to the place that we want to be at. But it's really important also on the nuclear thing. Understand, we are no closer today to reducing Iran's ability to develop a nuclear weapon than we were on the day that he started this war. And you left out one of his better quotes on that, where he said at one point in this, look, I started this war because Iran was going to have a nuclear weapon. He even said at one point, and I think it was just him talking, they would have used it by now.
Yes.
They would have used it by now, which is really, really stupid, because obviously that wasn't going to happen. But he fought the war supposedly because of all of that. And he's no closer now, after all of that destruction, after all of that money, after all of those deaths, after all of that disruption of the global economy. Not only is he not closer to reducing Iran's nuclear program, but Iran now has a greater incentive than ever to try to rush forward and build one because of the existential threat that he has presented to their regime. This war is an utter disaster, and I hope that people don't forget this and make him own this complete failure.
And the person, Donald Trump, person who waged this war, also, during his war, allowed sanctioned Iranian oil to be sold and sanctioned Russian oil to be sold, which would not be able to be on the market if he hadn't started his war.
Yeah, he gave Iran I think it's like $14 billion, or somewhere between 10 and $15 billion. And we all remember how the Republicans lost their minds when there was $400 million that Iran was going to get. I think it was from South Korea. It was basically deals that had been made before the sanctions had been put in place, at least, and they said this was the greatest betrayal our country had ever seen. And I can't do the math off the top of my head, but how much more 15 billion is than 400 million? Yeah, no, I mean, and this is what happens when you don't think, when you don't plan, when you simply react when you know it in your bones and you use your gut instead of your, well, I was going to say your intelligence. That's the wrong thing to say here about Trump. Your advisors, the people at the Pentagon, the other people who actually know and care about consequences of actions, not just acting and hoping for the best, but understand the consequences. Trump did not understand that.
Congressman Adam Smith, thank you for starting us off tonight. You're going to be coming back when the Democrats win the House. You're the chairman of the Armed Services Committee, and this administration is going to be coming to you to authorize the rebuilding of these stockpiles of weapons that they've burnt off in this war. This is going to be a long aftermath. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks.
Coming up, it was, as I've said, a very, very bad day in court for Donald Trump, and with a federal judge